So let's talk about you guys have any unique stories that you could share from your coaching journey? Obviously, not naming names, but any funny or unique stories, or from a client or a prospect, or that you guys have experienced yourself?
We got a guy who's got a first in tattoo on his shoulder.
We do have a guy who's the first guy to have ever gotten a first in tattoo.
He beat Jonathan to it.
He did beat me to it.
Yeah. Nice.
And it was kind of of an interesting scenario. This gentleman at the time had, I think his total was 143 pounds he had lost, and had an incredible life change. And we used to do these things called the First In Family Reunion. And it was our highlight of the year. This is like, kind of, if I tear up, it's not tears, it's the allergies.
Yeah,
it's
for
the
sure.
dust in the
Texas
air.
has a lot of allergies.
This is
Guys are just getting sweaty.
yeah.
Yeah, the studio's pretty warm.
It's pretty hot in here.
Yeah.
This was the first year we didn't do a family reunion, and it was like the highlights of the year, because we'd get an Airbnb and we'd spend 2 or 3 days, and we'd bring people would fly in all over, and it was like summer camp with food scales. Everybody's coming, hanging. We're all eating every meal together. There's 15 scales out on the bar. 20 people are hanging out. You know, we have pizza night and tacos, and we're all eating and talking about food and not talking about food. And, you know, we went to Halloween Horror Nights one year, and just getting together, man, with people that don't judge you for not going ham on the Chili's queso skillet with fajitas and a lava cake and a pitcher of beer. No one's judging you for doing your thing. And it was just like some of the coolest events we ever did, and we hope to get back to doing them, but we shouldn't do one this year. But he shows up, and everybody's kind of getting ready to go to bed. And we're like, hey, good to see you, whatever. He's like, well, he starts telling this story, and he's like, you know what, man? He's like, I was thinking the other day. He's like, I think it was 150. He was trying to celebrate. He's like, I just lost 150 pounds. And he's like, so what did I want to do to celebrate? And he's like, do I go out and do I have a meal and do whatever like I do before that got me there? Do I go out and do I buy a watch? Do I whatever? He goes, do I go out and get a tattoo? And he goes, you bet your butt I did. And he pulls his sleeve up, and he has the First In shield tattooed, like literally this big on his arm. It fills up his entire arm.
Yes.
And we're freaking out. Like there's like 15 people that were still awake, and everyone's like, wow, freaking out. Pandemonium ensues or whatever. And, it was awesome. At the same time, it made me very mad because he beat me. He was the first person to get the tattoo.